Authenticate. Authenticate. That's kind of peculiar. I'm going to go ahead and kill all the servers. And think about this for a second. Why wouldn't IP bind be working? Let's just start up the servers and see what happens. Told you this wouldn't be without mistakes. Let's give YP bind some flags first. I'm sorry, OpenLDAP some flags first. All right. Oh, did we make the password database? I don't think we did. Yeah, we didn't make the password database. That's what's going on here. Let's password make database. Password file, etc, master. There we go. So now we have a sigflep in there, which is pretty cool. Remember, if you make any changes to etc master.password, you have to run pwd make db and in order to remake etc-password. That's the step that we completely forgot. So now we have a password file that has our user in it, which is pretty cool. What happens now is when you run login, it pulls this and checks out the login class and then logs in using the login class. The login class is defined in login.conf and could have authentication, an authenticator, an external authenticator attached to it, which it does for OpenLDAP. So the authenticator is called login LDAP. So we want to install login LDAP. Alright, now that we have that installed, we need to edit ypldap.conf again. And the fixed attribute class, which is nothing, we want to change that to LDAP. After that, we want to edit login.conf. Go to the bottom. I know I can just type G, but I'm going to go to the bottom this way and put on our entry. This might as well be just a blob. You want to change a couple of things. Server to your server. This is a peculiar string. If we are running SSL, we would put SSL right there. But we're not running SSL, unfortunately, so we're not going to do that. No SSL makes Thea an unhappy girl. Don't think I've called myself a girl in a long time. And this looks like the search filter. And let's just review that. Make sure we didn't type any typos. I don't think we did. Now, we can do this a couple of ways. We can add TC equals default, or we can just copy paste the default attributes. I like to copy paste the default attributes when I'm making any new class, just in case I want to change them for that particular class. I don't like all these references, to be honest with you. Maybe that's weird, but that's what I do. So I copy paste. So we have all the default attributes here. I want to get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. And this all looks well and good. The next thing we need to do is run the authenticator manually and see if it authenticates our account. But before we do that, we want to add a password to SIGFLUB. So far, SIGFLUB doesn't have a password. The OpenLDAP actually puts an asterisk where the password is, which is peculiar. This isn't because it's not the shadow database. This is actually has an asterisk. That's because login LDAP does the actual authentication. The password string is just a string to get the login class and some other information as well. So we want to run YP-LDAP password. I'm sorry, LDAP password. Let's say the password is hello. And the user ID is SIGFLUB. And SIGFLUB belongs to people. SIGFLUB belongs to the people. And that belongs to SIGFLUB. And SIGFLUB belongs to org. I believe that's all. And then our secret. And it looks like our password set. So now we run it manually. Wish us luck. This is the moment of truth. This is the moment of truth. So we want to run user, libexe, auth, login, LDAP, debug login as SIGFLUB, and class LDAP. Our password. This is where I get nervous. If we... Well, wait. Let's not do it yet. Rejected that. I know I'm doing something wrong here. Make sure we have the LDAP in the YP. Yeah, we have LDAP in the configuration file. Let's tear down our servers. And bring them up again. All right. Make sure that SIGFLUB is still in the password entry. I'm not an editor at all. And she's still there, so let's try it. Password. Hello. Rejected. No such user. We have a bad search filter, which is probably a typo. It doesn't look like a typo. Yeah, it is a typo. We forgot a paren. Okay, let's try that again. Password is hello. And we are authorized, which is pretty cool. We should be able to run login now. Let's. This is an event, so let's close all the terminals. This requires big letters. Drum roll, please. Login. Sigflup. Hello. Bam! We just logged in. We do not have a home directory as of yet. That's something LDAP does not do. At least I don't think it does. So we need to set up a home directory. So that's cool. We're logged in. Let's set up a home directory real quick. And try that again. I know I just opened up a redundant xterm there, but that's what happens when you're excited. Cross our fingers, log in as Sigflup. Password hello. There, we logged in. That's pretty rad. So we have set up a user, which is pretty cool, and that brings us to the end of our tutorial. I hope you liked it. Sorry about the little traps there. I'm like, oh, I didn't configure something correctly. I hope that you can follow it, quite frankly, and get this working on your OpenBSD systems. So take care, everyone, and bye-bye.